Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
And we have Seth of Dino Safari with us. Good to see you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you.
Good. All right. So you guys are here till the 6th. So leaving pretty soon, unfortunately. For those of us who are unfamiliar, what is Dino Safari, sir?
So the Dino Safari is a museum quality exhibit that we have taken out of the museum and put into the just in an outdoor setting, so folks have something to do to get out of the house and they can social distance, they're unaccord in their vehicles. It's a very COVID safe event.
Right. Nice. Now you guys have all manner of dinosaurs there. Yep. I was told to ask, do you have velociraptors?
We do have a couple velociraptors.
All right. And Seth, where are you from?
I'm actually from Wisconsin, but I consider North Carolina my home state. I actually grew up there, spent most of my teen years there. So North Carolina is what I consider my home.
All right. Now you are at Dino Safari, which is right now at the Fox Valley Mall.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. And we're going to take a look. You're going to show us, give a little virtual tour, and that's cool. Before we get to that, I have to ask, what do you like most about what you do, sir?
So I love live events in general. I come from the world of concerts, both front of house and backstage. So when concerts went away, this was definitely something that seemed interesting. And I'm really glad that I was able to jump on board with these fine folks.
Nice. All right. So what's going on back there? What can you show us?
Let me get my camera to flip around here. All right, so yeah, we do have over 40 life-size animatronic dinosaurs. They also roar at you, they look at you. Again, these are all museum quality pieces. So we've got our Amargasaur here.
Right.
We'll walk you by a couple of the more interesting guys. We've got our Herrerasaurus here.
Very cool.
Obviously, this one was one of the carnivores, one of them that if you saw him nearby, you would want to be running.
Yes. Now, what was his top speed?
That one, I'm not sure, but we are lucky that we work with one of the world's top dinosaur paleontologists, Dr. Gregory Erickson.
Okay.
For the dimensions and the sound and the movements, we work with him to make sure that we're as scientifically accurate as we can be. And we're still learning things about dinosaurs all the time. For instance, some of the raptors did have feathers. They weren't just scaled or leathery.
Right.
Our Utahraptors, our Dakota raptors, those all actually had feathers.
Very cool. Now, for those who are who know a little bit about dinosaurs, they're named that way because that's where their fossils were found, right?
Correct. So like the Utahraptor, raptor means plunderer. So he would be the plunderer of Utah.
Oh, wow. Thank
you. Raptors.
All right.
A little different than most people picture when they think of raptors.
Exactly. Jurassic Park had them looking one way, and now we see this.
Yep, absolutely. Here's another raptor, and again, doesn't really look like what people consider when they think of raptors.
Right.
But this is our Microraptor.
Very cool. Now, so big quick question I have is that how do you guys go about displaying the dinosaurs? Is there a rhyme or reason? Is it herbivores, omnivores, then carnivores, or what's the flow like?
So the way we have it set up, there's a theme that follows the audio tour that we built for the patrons as they come through.
Okay.
And it's the world of Pangaea. So it starts, you're in Pangaea National Park. And Pangaea was when all the world's land masses were still together before anything had split off. And as you go through the park, it shows you each area that would later become each continent. And it talks about what dinosaurs would have been found on that continent, what they would have been doing around that time period, what time period it was, what they would have been eating, all that good stuff. So it's entertainment, but we sneak in a lot of facts there. So it's still educational. So the kids think that they're just having a good time looking at dinosaurs. Now we're teaching them something too.
Nice. That's right. That's right. Got to learn. Learning is fun. We know that. All right. Now, if you can, I'm familiar a little bit with the periods in which dinosaurs existed. Can you tell us what those were?
So we have the Triassic, the Jurassic, and the Cretaceous period.
Okay.
And the Triassic goes back about 250 million years ago. And then it runs through the Cretaceous, which would have ended about 65 million years ago.
Wow. 65 million years.
Oh, yeah.
In addition to dinosaurs, what else was on Earth at that time?
There were some fairly large insects and bugs. We focus on the dinosaurs, but we do have one guy that's pretty neat, and I'll walk over to him now. He's our Dino Safari, which means terrible crocodile. Oh. And crocodiles really haven't changed much, you know, since the Cretaceous period. They haven't had a need to. They're still apex predators. There's nothing that can rival them in their own habitat. The only difference, as you'll see, was they were much larger back, you know, during this time period. And a lot of that has to do with an abundance of oxygen that was in the atmosphere. So when there was more oxygen and these predators had almost limitless resources to consume their prey, they could just eat all day, hunt all day. It let them grow to some pretty large levels. So like here's our Dinosuchus. He's about 30 feet long.
Holy cow, look at that.
And there's a car here for scale. But yeah, that guy, I wouldn't want to be in any bodies of water that these were lurking around in.
Holy cow, can you imagine those things on Earth? That's crazy. Yeah. Now, Seth, I saw, I think it was in that direction, there's a Triceratops back there.
Yep, we do have a couple Triceratops.
Dinosuchus is the crocodile's name, okay.
Yeah, terrible crocodile.
Very cool, man, very cool.
Everybody loves the Triceratops.
Yes, I love that guy. That's so the Triceratops takes me back personally as a host and as a fan here.
Uh-huh.
Love that guy.
Oh yeah.
So here's something I'd like to know from you, sir. What are some common myths and misconceptions about dinosaurs?
So one, actually regarding the Triceratops, the horns were not part of the skull. They were more of a keratin sort of substance.
Okay.
So the horns, while they could be used for defense, it was probably uncommon because they could snap off. So a lot of people think the horns were actually part of the skull, but they were just kind of keratin like fingernails and hair would be.
Wow, interesting. I did not know that, huh? Now, when you, how long did it take to create this environment that we're seeing and get it all up and running?
So from city to city, it takes about 3.5 days to build. We can tear it all down in one day, but yeah, it takes about 20 stagehands, 3.5 days to get it all back up and running. We've got over 120 lights. There's 1.5 miles worth of cable that we need to make this happen. All kinds of fun stuff.
Wow. Now
T-Rexes.
T-Rex, there he is.
Oh yeah.
I have a question, and this is something. This is the father and the dinosaur lover in me.
Right.
was T-Rex a top-notch predator, or were they scavengers?
It's likely that while they were top-notch predators, they did rely on scavenging.
Okay.
If they came across something that, you know, maybe had been killed or hunted by something else, it definitely wouldn't let that opportunity go to waste to get those needed resources.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. All right. Now, where was Dino Safari before you guys came to our lovely city of Aurora?
Before Aurora, we were in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then we were in the National Harbor area of DC, Maryland, Virginia before that, and Raleigh, North Carolina before that. And Atlanta, Georgia was where it all started a little bit late last year.
Wow, man, that's impressive. How has the response been from our community?
It's been fantastic. We have folks that have come through multiple times holding their stuffed dinosaurs on the way in. Just everybody loves dinosaurs. I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't love dinosaurs.
Yeah, man.
It's just a great time. And again, you know, with the audio tour, I won't ruin anything about what's on it, but there's kind of a Spinosaurus stealing the T-Rex's eggs as you travel through Pangea.
Oh.
So each family that comes through gets a survival kit with a park passport, with some coloring activities and some high-tech writing utensils such as crayons to color that in. And then we give them oh yeah. And they get a dinosaur egg that as they're following the audio tour, they'll need to keep safe from this guy, the Spinosaurus. And they try to get it back to the T-Rex.
Seth, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I like this guy right here, the Spinosaurus. You got to root for the bad guy sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. Oh man, that's very cool. Now,
yeah, and we're
I was gonna ask actually, do you have any, and it could be in another city if possible, if necessary, or have there been any greatest hits?
Greatest hits as
cool moments, memorable moments?
Just every time a car comes through with children just screaming about dinosaurs, dinosaurs, we get to see dinosaurs. That makes my day. Just knowing that, you know, we're getting to make some kids happy. We're getting to let some families come out of the house and do something outside of the house. You know, with lockdown, it got a little interesting there for a little while. And it's great to be able to offer entire families a moment to just come outside and have a great time with us.
Right. Now, what's that we're looking at? Is that a condor or vulture?
That's another one of our microraptors.
Oh, wow.
So this one, it's an Archaeopteryx.
Archaeopteryx, that's right, yeah. Now, the Archaeopteryx was different than the pterodactyl.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, traditional pterodactyls, the way they've been portrayed in movies and TV, we're learning definitely was not the way they looked. As you see, there's a lot more feathers than they typically have attributed to them.
Right.
And fun fact, can you guess what the closest living relative currently is to the T-Rex?
The closest living relative to the T-Rex, the bald eagle?
It's actually, you're on the right path. It's the chicken.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, the chicken, all these generations later, it's the current closest living relative that we know of to a T-Rex.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I was in the I don't know if I was in the ballpark, but I was definitely in the bleachers, right? Now, another question that I have for you is, when you have been doing this and becoming part of it, have you personally gained any new skills that you did not have, or you know, what's it been like in your own personal growth and development?
So for me, again, I come from the live events industry in general. So I'm used to doing concerts. I'm used to doing front of house and back of house stuff. This has just been a great blend of all of that. Okay. You know, the production, the operation side of things. Just I get to use the skills I already have and put them to work.
Wow, look at that tail moving. Holy cow. Now, what
But
is
yeah,
that? What's that bad boy we're looking at?
This guy's one of our hadrosaurs.
Oh, wow.
A couple hadrosaurs, but yeah, the way his tail moves, that's just really neat.
That is, that is. What are those made of? What materials have been constructed or used to construct the dinosaurs we see?
So it's a thick, very durable, almost foam type material with rubber on the outside.
Okay.
And when we move cities, these guys actually come apart into several pieces. So we'll have the head and legs, and in this guy's case, the tail actually disconnect. So when we go to each new city, we have a team of dinosaur sewers that actually sew these back together and use some novel adhesives to get the parts to come back together. There's all kinds of internal electronical connections and automation and pneumatics that have to be connected. It's really neat seeing these when they're torn down.
The eyes are blinking.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. We use infrared sensors with the dinosaurs. So as patrons drive up to them, they're situated in a way that it'll look at the car, it'll open its mouth like it's reacting to each vehicle. So it just kind of adds to the immersion that you're really seeing dinosaurs out here.
Man, that's really cool. I like that. That is really cool. Now you guys have taken up a lot of space. How many families have you guys had so far since being here?
Let's see, easily over 10,000.
Wow. Wow.
And we still have another 5-6 days, so plenty of more time to come on down. If you haven't seen the dinos yet, come have a great time with us down here at Pangea National Park.
Pangea National Park, yeah. Now, when you said Pangea, my mind went to racing, and I was like, I've heard that before. Wasn't that a country? But no, you're right. It was the entire land mass.
Should we open up the second lane?
Sorry,
Okay.
1 second. On the radio. Devin, can you go up front and see what they need?
Yeah, Mama. They're just emptying up.
All right, sorry about that.
It's all right. Ankylosaurus.
Oh yeah.
Wow. See, I'm not too shabby. I still remember my dinos. I was a dinosaur fanatic. I love them.
No, that's another thing that amazes me. We get these children out here, and they're just batting off these names without even having to think about it.
Yeah, I've look at that. Yeah, I've seen a couple already. I saw the Stegosaurus, Parasaurolophus. I'm doing my impressing myself.
Oh yeah, the Parasaurolophus, that was one that took me a few tries to figure out.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. So so now you're originally from Wisconsin, grew up in North Carolina. Have you noticed any difference between like the city experience and kind of a more rural country experience when bringing out the dinos?
Yeah, we do see some differences in cities. Some cities we get a lot more repeat customers. Some cities, everybody seems to want to come through on the weekend at night. When we turn that accent lighting on, it's really neat having those 120 accent lights going in the evening.
Yeah.
We really get some big, and it's not just the kids. We have adults coming out on date night. Because everybody has a great time.
Oh man, that's cool. Date night. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Now, do you have an Allosaurus there?
An Allosaurus, I don't believe we have an Allosaurus currently.
Huh. Okay. All right. Now there is the Triceratops right there. Now I hear sounds. Are each of them making sounds independently, or is that something that's on like a combined switch kind of thing?
Yeah, each one is independently has its own PA system, and
Okay.
that's linked up to the IR2. So as the car drives by, it'll look right at you and roar at your vehicle as you go by. And so it's set up so as each person goes by, it activates them. So it really, again, just adds to the immersion.
The the Cretaceous period was the very last period of dinosaurs, right?
Yes.
And then what's traditionally known is that a meteor, or was it an asteroid, hit the Earth, and then that's what created the Ice Age.
Right, and it wasn't necessarily even the force of the blast, but all the dirt and debris that ended up in the atmosphere blocking the sun out caused plants to die off first, and then when these guys had nothing, when the herbivores had nothing left to eat, they started dying off, and then the carnivores had nothing left to eat, so everything just ended up dying off. But it was a chain reaction. You know, a lot of people, again, in TV and movies, the way it's been portrayed was there was just a big explosion and that was it. No, it actually was a chain of events that took, you know, possibly a few hundred years before the last of the dinosaurs actually died off.
Oh, interesting. Okay, right. So it took it didn't happen immediately. Okay.
Right.
Now, lots of dinosaurs turned into birds.
Yes, a lot of them that survived we see in the form of birds now, which is kind of an interesting link to be able to make. You know, people look at birds and look at dinosaurs, and
Right.
they're two incredibly different looking animals, but you can notice a lot of characteristics from birds in the dinosaurs, like the shorter arms.
Right. And hollow bones.
Look like, you know, a bird's arms.
Right. That's right. Now, what is that? What dinosaur is that?
This guy is our Cryolophosaurus.
Oh, wow. All right. Next question, Seth.
Mhm.
What is the best dinosaur movie made?
The best dinosaur movie?
Yep.
I'm still gonna fall back to old school Jurassic Park 1, just because it was a lot of folks' first introduction to the dinosaur genre. I know it was certainly my first introduction to the dinosaur genre, unless you count some of the animated films like Land Before Time.
Right, right. But yeah, you're right. That first Jurassic Park was groundbreaking.
Oh, absolutely. The special effects, and obviously Hollywood takes some liberties with the dinosaurs, like making the raptors much bigger than they would have been. But again, it's really hard to beat, you know, one of those movies that started the entire craze.
Right. So Seth, this was really cool to get a chance to. Now, what's that? Which one is that?
This is a Carnotosaurus.
Oh, wow.
He just kind of looked menacing with those horns there.
Yeah, he really does, especially from that front angle view that you got right there. That would be it'd be terrifying to have that running down on you.
Yeah, this would be the angle that you don't want to see.
So now you guys are there until the 6th. So folks can still
Correct.
go out there, have a good time, and see you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this is a larger production team, right? Is it Image Productions?
Yes, Imagine Productions, Imagine Exhibitions.
All right.
We have
all right.
over 40 museum exhibitions. So not only do we dinosaurs, but we have the Real Bodies exhibit. We have Angry Birds exhibit, Lego exhibits. We've got the all kinds of painting and art exhibits. And again, this was just a museum exhibit that we decided to take out of the museum and create a drive-through format for.
Protoceratops.
Oh yeah.
Man, I
We got
remember
the
these
base.
names. I remember. Come on, man. I remember this. These are good memories, man. These are really good memories.
Yeah.
So Seth, I actually I appreciate you giving us the time to walk us through this, and we're gonna make an episode out of this so folks can definitely check it out and everything. What we do on the show is we give a positive note and a word from the folks we speak to. What's your message for people?
So we just want folks to have, you know, the opportunity to get out of the house and come do something that, you know, you might have done when life was more normal in an indoor setting, just in an outdoor setting. You know, you've got some beautiful weather around here, and we're lucky to be in a beautiful area to be able to set this up. And again, we just hope, we're giving folks the chance to get outside and do something fun that's also entertaining with the whole family.
Have you visited much of our city and had any food? And what do you like since you've been around?
So I had to have some Chicago style pizza. That was my first dinner here, and it was absolutely delicious. Other than that, I've just been checking out, some of the local cuisine. It's all phenomenal. I've got no complaints about the city, and it's just absolutely beautiful. All the greenery and all the paths and ponds and arboretums in this area. It really is just beautiful.
Yeah, we're proud of it around here, man. We are proud. We're proud of the city. We are proud. I'm glad that I'm glad new things are happening and stuff like this, because this is completely out of the box. You know what I mean? It's not something typical. This is very, very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Now, what are the hours there?
So we're going to be open this final week. Today and tomorrow, it's noon to 8 p.m. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
9 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right. So all of our listeners and all of our viewers can definitely get out there and check that out. This weekend, the weather's supposed to be nice. So yeah, make a day out of this.
Absolutely.
Lastly, what is that bad boy? That's the Spinosaurus.
That's another Spinosaurus, yes.
Aha, right. You guys have a couple of each dinosaur.
Yes, we have at least two of the more famous guys, the Spinosaurus, the T-Rex, the Triceratops, multiple different raptors. That guy is just intimidating.
Nice. Seth, man, I appreciate your time and taking a moment out of your day to speak with us, man. This was very nice of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now can we see you one more time for a send-off? I know you're out there doing your thing.
My camera doesn't want to flip around.
It knows you're working hard and doing your job. That's why. And we really have to say as well, we have to say thank you to Jillian. Jillian is a great person and connected us, sent us the word and the press release about Dino Safari. So we appreciate that. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Seth. It was good to see you. And you might see us in the flesh. We definitely want folks to go out there, take part in Dino Safari.
Excellent. Can't wait to see you.
All right. Have a good day, Seth. And thank you again for talking to us.
You're very welcome. You have a great day as well.
You too. Bye.
Bye.